Move and selection tools. Photoshop provides a tool called Move tool to move object around the surface. It also provides various types of selection tools. Let's learn about them. Move tool. Move tool is located at the top of the Tools panel. It allows you to move a selection, a layer, a text box and objects by dragging them with your mouse or using your keyboard arrows keys. Just press and hold the Control key from the keyboard, and the Move tool will become activated instantly, regardless of the currently active tool. Rectangular Marquee tool. You will find the Rectangular Marquee tool below the Move tool. This tool helps you to make a rectangular selection. Follow the below steps to use the Rectangular Marquee tool. Step 1. Click on the Rectangular Marquee tool from the Tools panel. Step 2. Click at the point where you want to begin the selection. Then press and hold the left mouse button and drag towards the other corner of the object. Step 3. Release the mouse button. When you release the mouse button, a dotted box appears around your selection. Elliptical Marquee tool. With the Elliptical Marquee tool, we can make an elliptical or oval selection of an image. Follow the below steps to use the Elliptical Marquee tool. Step 1. Click and hold the left mouse button pressed on the small arrow icon in the bottom right corner of the Rectangular Marquee tool. A flyout menu opens which shows the list of other tools available. Step 2. Select the Elliptical Marquee tool from the flyout menu. Step 3. Click and drag over the area which you want to select. A dotted oval or elliptical selection will appear. To get a perfect circle selection, you need to press and hold the Shift key while dragging. You can also select a single row or column by using the Single Row Marquee tool or Single Column Marquee tool respectively. Lasso tool. Lasso tool works like a pencil. This tool is also called Freehand Selection tool. It is the easiest tool because you simply click and drag your mouse around the object or area you want to select. You need to be quite steady using Lasso tool. To make a selection, follow the below steps. Step 1. Open an image in Photoshop. Step 2. Click on the Lasso tool from the Tools panel. When you select the Lasso tool, the mouse pointer will change to a small lasso icon. Step 3. Click at the spot in the image where you want to begin the selection. Then drag to draw a free-form selection. Step 4. To complete the selection, return to the spot where you began and release your mouse button. But if you do not close the selection, Photoshop will automatically close the selection for you by drawing a straight line from the point where you released your mouse button to the point where you began. Polygonal Lasso tool. Polygonal Lasso tool makes a straight-edged selection around your object in the shape of a polygon. It does not allow curve or freehand selections. To use this tool, follow the below steps. Step 1. Open an object or image in which you want to make a selection. Step 2. Click and hold the left mouse button pressed on the small arrow icon in the bottom right corner of the Lasso tool. A flyout menu appears. Step 3. Select the Polygonal Lasso tool from the flyout menu. Step 4. Click at the beginning where you want to start the selection and then continue clicking to set the endpoints to select the object. A small circle will appear in the bottom right corner of the mouse pointer when you are close to the starting point to complete the selection. Step 5. To close the selection, double-click anywhere with the Polygonal Lasso tool. Photoshop will automatically close the selection with a straight line from the point you clicked to your initial starting point. Magnetic Lasso Tool. Magnetic Lasso Tool is an edge detection tool which searches for the edge of the object as you move your mouse pointer around the object. It makes the selection on the edges and clings to it. It performs best when your image has a lot of contrast between the foreground and background elements. For example, a basket full of fruits with light-colored background wallpaper. Perform the following steps to use the Magnetic Lasso tool. Step 1. Open an image in Photoshop. Step 2. Select the Magnetic Lasso tool from the Tools panel. Step 3. Click anywhere on the edge of the object to start the selection. Step 4. Move the mouse pointer over the edges of the object. Small squares called anchor points appear along the selection line. Step 5. To close the selection, return to the starting point, similar to the polygonal lasso tool. A small circle appears next to your cursor, indicating that you are at the correct place to close the selection. Step 6. Click on the starting point. Your object is selected. Quick Selection Tool. Quick Selection Tool makes a selection based on the color and contrast of the same color in the image that you wish to select. It remembers all the consecutive strokes. This way, you can make different selections in a single image also. Perform the following steps to use the Quick Selection Tool. Step 1. Open AB image of object in Photoshop. Step 2. Select the Quick Selection tool from the Tools panel. When the Quick Selection tool is selected, the mouse pointer looks like a circle with a plus sign in the center. Step 3. Click on the object to select it. The area with same color and contrast is selected. Step 4. By default, the Quick Selection tool is set to add to your selection. You can toggle from adding to selection to subtracting selection by pressing the Alt key. Magic Wand Tool. Magic Wand Tool selects area of similar color pixels around it with just one click. One of the most common uses of this tool is to remove the background of an image, leaving the main object in place. It works best when the image has few colors only, or the background and the object is clearly differentiated. Perform the following steps to use the Magic Wand tool. Step 1. Open an image in Photoshop. Step 2. Select the Magic Wand tool from the Tools panel. Step 3. Set the tolerance property in the options bar. In case of higher value, wider area is selected. If you increase the tolerance to 50 or more, it will make the selection more universal and tend to select all the nearby shades with same tint or color. Make sure that the anti-alias and contiguous options are checked from the options bar. Step 4. Click on the area where you want to make selection. It is better to select the background of an image and then invert the selection, instead of wasting time with the lasso tool and drawing a more complex shape. You can choose Inverse from the Select tab in the application bar.